fired the shots in custody, and the other person has been taken to the hospital with a gunshot wound, which we're told is expected to survive.
Is he wearing a shot?
No, we don't know where he was shot. Paramedics have already taken him away. He's just a dispute in the parking lot. It appears that everything's still going on. We have a lot of people out here. We have the state patrol assisting us. We have a large crowd. We have a lot of witnesses. It spilled down the street to where some witnesses and somebody else has a weapon, and a couple locations that we're trying to straighten out. But at this point, it appears we just have one person shot, and the shooting occurred in the parking lot.
How hard is it to sort through something at a venue like this with a crowd like this?
Usually, once something like this happens, we usually figure out what happened. We have people that witness what happened. There's a lot of them, and we'll get the information and then decide what to do as the night goes on. But at this point, we believe we have the two people involved, both the person who got shot, who's at the hospital, and the person who did the shooting in custody at this point. What's going to happen, we still have to determine what led up to all this, and that might take a while. We have a lot of witnesses.
And again, that scene down the street, what is that?
Well, the scene down the street is somebody who fled from here that may have been with somebody and we're told was armed. So what we're doing is making sure that person detained, trying finding out what involvement they had, if any, in this.
But that person who was taken into custody may or may not have been himself. Was with somebody.
That person's being detained. Yeah. That's what we know now.
And the guy was arrested here.
Yeah.
Bands playing, and the proceeds of this event go to the club that I'm associated with, Bikers Fighting Cancer.
What kind of cancer?
Children with cancer. We assist families with costs that they can't afford because either parent may not be able to work or they just can't afford it. So we may pay a utility bill, a mortgage bill, pay for hotel stay so they can be near their child while they're being treated for cancer, transportation, things of that nature, just things that the company or the family can't afford.
What happened in the event?
Pardon me? One of the members of my club was walking out front and somebody with a gun shot him. It had nothing to do with the event, had nothing to do with us specifically. He just, for whatever reason, decided to shoot somebody, and happened to be one of the club members that got shot.
We heard that he might have been with a rival gang, biker gang or something.
We do not have rival gangs. My club does not have any rival gangs, so I don't know anything to that.
Do you know why he would have targeted him? Did he know the guy personally, or?
I have no idea. I've never seen the guy before. I don't think we knew him at all. So I don't know.
Where did the actual shooting happen? Right in front?
Right in front of Uncle Sam's and the Payless. Well, we disabled the guy over here in front of the shoe store, Payless shoe store.
What do you think of this? It sounds pretty strange.
The individual seemed like he was distraught, not really together. Why he was carrying a .45 semi-automatic weapon, we have no idea. I've never seen the guy before. It had nothing to do with us or the event here tonight.
We're told some other weapons came out when that gun came out.
I don't know of any other weapons. We didn't see anything other than the one the individual had.
Do you know what your friend's doing?
He's in Tacoma General. I don't know what the status is on him right now.
Do you know where he was shot?
I believe he was shot in the upper right arm.
Hopefully not anything.
I hope not, of course. As far as I know, he's in Tacoma General, and I'm sure they'll do their best to take care of him.
So the part where police had said something to us about the guy coming up and having a different color on or something, and rival gang, that's nothing that makes sense to you?
We don't use gang.
Okay.
but that had nothing to do with us. We weren't here because of that, and it specifically wasn't nothing we were engaged in tonight.
So I'm sorry. You guys were here as having an organized outing, and what?
We have a number of local bands that are playing. You can probably hear them right now. They're still playing. Uncle Sam's is hosting I believe it's called a Metalfest, and so they have approximately a dozen bands playing tonight, and everybody's just listening to them play and having a good time.
We heard some other people might have gotten hurt. There may have been some sort of, some pushing or shoving.
A few of us may have been a little scuffed up because we had to disable the person so that he didn't hurt anybody else. So a few of us took the weapon from him and put him on the ground so he didn't hurt anybody else. So a little bit of scrapes, but we're fine.
So it was just kind of you guys against one guy? He didn't have buddies backing him up or anything?
No, he was acting on his own. He had a weapon, and none of us had weapons. We just took advantage of the vehicles over here so we could surprise him and take the weapon off of him and put him on the ground so he couldn't hurt anybody else until the police got here and took him and arrested him.
And was this all outside?
It was all outside.
Did your friend run over him?
Yes, he did. After he got shot, he ran across the road to get away because he'd been shot. So he didn't want to get shot anymore, I guess. So he did flee, yes. That's human instinct to get away.
And of course you guys are still going on, because you're still hoping to keep the event going tonight.
Yes. Yeah, it's, the best thing to do is, just carry on. It's not something that was, planned or there was nothing going on. So, yeah, no, the events are still going on. The bands are still playing.
So as you guys were sitting outside, this fella just happens upon you guys?
I did not witness everything out front. My friend he just gotten back, and he was walking back into the establishment. This individual, from what I understand, walked up to him and pulled out the weapon and shot him. And then threatened other people until we got the weapon off of him.
So your friend was not alone. He had people with him at the time?
No, he was walking by himself.